Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Spider Sound Off. This is Tom.
And this is Porter.
And we are here to record a preview episode of some weekend games, also talk about our games during the week. I don't know about you, Porter, but I'm feeling 22. This is our 22nd episode. It is Taylor Swift weekend in the Robins Center. There's a lot to talk about. Now, I've been traveling for work, so I missed both games. So we're going to really lean on Porter's expertise. Porter, you went to the Robins Center. You kind of lived in the Robins Center this week.
I did.
How was your experience?
Man, it's a good time to be a Spider fan. Two great results out of the Robins Center. First, let me start with the ladies' game, if I could, because that was the earlier one.
Yeah.
So
Temple.
Yeah, I'll start with the Robins Center experience. I made the decision, and it was a decision actually, to go where I probably shouldn't have gone, and that is to try out the barbecue sandwich after your rather tepid review of its quality. And I got to tell you, they have not improved it, Tom. They have not improved it. It's not that the barbecue itself is bad. It's actually fine for arena barbecue. Although it's not, one of your premium barbecues in town, like a ZZQ, but it's the bun. The bun is just not thick enough to sustain that kind of barbecue that you're putting on it. You need a thicker, more like a brioche bun to hold up, or else it's just going to completely liquefy at the bottom, which is what happened to my barbecue sandwich. Flavor good, bun not good. So I agree with you. It's in the C range at best.
It got kind of mushy.
It got kind of mushy. I had two friends join me at the Robins Center for the ladies' game. One I'll call A-Train, who had the hot dog and gave it 4 stars out of 5. Yeah,
nice.
He actually enjoyed the hot dog. And then, of course, the legendary D. Hall drove 2 hours and 15 minutes through D.C. traffic to come down to watch, the Maggie Dugan show in the Robins Center. And then drove an hour and 45 minutes back after the game. So I give him mad props for the fan of the game, because he crushed it to come out and see that.
Is that his first women's basketball game, I guess, since, he can remember?
He came last year.
He did come last year.
Yeah,
okay,
yeah,
great.
he said a couple times last year. So, but he was excited to be there.
He didn't get any food?
He did not get any food, but we both enjoyed a Falcon Smash.
Oh, the Falcon is back.
And it was, let me give props to the Robins Center, to the program, for getting craft beer at the ladies' game. That was fantastic. So thank you for that, guys. That was great.
Did more people than just you and your buddies got beer? Do you see some other beers out there?
Well, actually, your wife was there. She had a beer too,
nice.
So that's nice.
I want to make sure we get sales so they keep it.
I had a friend that I know that was with me, and I bought him a beer. So, yeah, there was more people than just the 2 of us getting beers, or the 3 of us getting beers. So, yeah, there was some beers being sold. Yeah, for sure. But let me talk for a second about the game itself. And I'm going to turn serious on our audience for just a second.
Uh-oh.
So
do we need some music for this?
We probably should have had. If we were doing audio only, you'd have some music here, but this is video. So,
I can add it later.
I'll tell you this: what I saw at the Robins Center against Temple was one of the greatest single game performances by a player that I've seen in my 30 years as a Spider fan. Maggie Dugan had 31 points, 14 rebounds, 9 assists. Five of those 9 assists were 3-pointers, which means she either scored or created 54 of our 72 points. That's 75% of our scoring flowed through Maggie Dugan. Just an insane performance. Now I'm going to give you a couple numbers. The first number is 12. 12 is the number of times we get to see Maggie play in the Robins Center again. That's it. 12 more games and she's done as a Spider. There are some Henrico games, but just talking about the Robins Center. 12 more games. I'll give you another number, 1233. That was the attendance that was announced. 1,233 people. That is not nearly good enough for what we put on the floor. And I know the folks who are listening to this podcast are going, because they're the loyal, they're the deep Spider fans that we have. But 1,233 people for a player of this caliber and a team of this caliber is just not enough, folks.
Side note, I saw a tweet that said, it was talking about women's basketball, and it used numbers like that, and it said Fordham's men's team is averaging under 800 per game.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that's not good.
No.
That's not good. I'm going to give you a couple more things.
I'm going
to give you a couple more things to think about, guys. So Della Don was the greatest player to play at the University of Delaware. She's a great WNBA player. Caitlin Clark was the greatest player to play at Iowa. Great NBA player. Maggie Dugan is not those guys. She's not of that caliber, I don't think. Maybe she'll get there one day. She's not right now. But she is the greatest Richmond women's Spider basketball player of all time. I'm ready to anoint her of that. And I give respect to Pam Bryant because that would be the logical person you would argue with me over. They both have 2 NCAA tournaments under their belt. Maggie won a game. I'm kind of assuming that Maggie stays healthy this year when I say that. Yeah. But if she stays healthy, there's just no question she's going to go down as the greatest that ever played.
I do want to push you on the other side. Can Maggie stop teasing us with this triple-double? Like, how many times has she come close to the triple-double? She's teasing us with that. It's coming.
Yeah.
But I saw another stat. So if you look at rebounds, assists, and points, top 20 in women's basketball, she is the only player in all 3 categories.
You just stole my thunder. Who put that out? Did somebody put that out before I said it?
Yeah, you weren't the first.
I actually did some research. Yeah, she's in the top 20 in all 3 categories. The only player in the country to be in the top 20.
And I'm not saying she's going to be the best. If you want to talk Caitlin Clark as, maybe when her career is over, is she one of the greatest women's players ever? Like, I'm not putting Maggie in that category, but she has taken her game to a whole nother level than it was last year.
Incredible.
And that's not like, hey, now she's like even a better A10 player. Like, I think she's one of the top 10 players in the country.
So what can you, the fan who listens to this podcast, do? Take a friend to the game. Just tell somebody about it. Get them out there. I had a couple of people join me this trip or this time around. Expose some people to just how good this product is, man. I'm telling you, you don't have to be a women's college basketball fan to love what's going on. You just have to be a basketball fan. It's some of the best basketball you'll see, and you'll absolutely love it.
And I think if you're trying to, if you've invited your friends and you're like, what else can I do to promote Spider basketball? You can fund us to go to Cancun next week.
Oh, wow. Yeah, we're still looking for a couple business sponsors, maybe to sponsor an episode or 2.
It doesn't have to be a business.
Doesn't have to be a business. That's true. Individuals.
We sell out to anybody.
Individuals. We will promote your product. We like the Falcon Smash, so we'll put the same effort in on your product.
So tell me about the Temple game some. I mean, I know you were a little nervous when we recorded last time. Like, Temple's having a good season.
Yeah.
They're kind of a program on the rise.
I did put on the message board, in the ladies' message board, because there's a separate one for women's out there, that we would win 80-67. So I was pretty close, actually. I think we won by 15. I said 13. I just felt like we had the depth and the home court advantage. We were gonna win that game. It was closer than I thought it would be, actually. In the third quarter, Temple was scratching and clawing. They got back to 1 point. That's the same way they played George Mason when they won. I felt really nervous, actually. I was worried that we might actually not come away with a win.
Well, we lived that Georgetown game last year, right? That was a similar kind of 100 sort of team we just couldn't get away
couldn't
from.
Put them away. And then, Kayla Turner, she's first team All-American Conference. Their guard was just unstoppable. I mean, we had a hard time, slowing her down. And in the second half, the coach made a move that I didn't know how it would go, but it actually turned out to be brilliant, which is he put Rain Wright on her. And Rain Wright's a lot taller than their 5'5" star guard. And I didn't think she was going to be quick enough to keep up. But you know what? She fought through the screens better than everybody else who was trying to cover her. And her length at the perimeter made it harder for her to get off that 3-point shot.
I think it's the shoes.
The shoes, they were moving so fast, it were like a yellow blur on the court. But it was Rain Wright's best game. I mean, to young kids who are looking to get into college basketball and play, I mean, there's 2 ways. You could be a really star offensive player, but you can also play unbelievable lockdown defense. And I think Rain Wright showed us that she could be an unbelievable lockdown defender for us long term.
The one thing I liked in some of the highlights in the stats is that our center, combined had 10 rebounds.
Okay.
So not a lot of points, but I think if our center combination can do 10 rebounds a game, like that's all we need with the offensive firepower we have elsewhere.
I think Coach complimented him in the post game too. He talked about what he was getting out of the 5.
And I guess 3 played because we had both transfers.
Yeah, that's right. Skyla played some.
Yeah.
So that was great. It was overall a great game. It was the Maggie Dugan show. She took over in the third quarter, and we never looked back. And it was just fun to be there and see that, and knowing that I got 12 more games to watch it. I was just really excited, and it was a fantastic game for Maggie. I can't say enough good things about her, and it's not to say that the other ladies didn't play well. The team played well around her, but it really was her her shining game so far this year.
Yeah, well, congratulations to the team. They had a kind of a really tough schedule to start in terms of lots of games, not a lot of rest. They now get a little bit of a break. Next game Sunday.
I don't know if you're going to call Navy a break.
Well, I mean a break in days.
Yes.
They have with the Tuesday game and then a Sunday game. That's kind of almost a bye week, so they get some time to rest their bodies, which they need.
You did the Gardner-Webb scout. I did the Navy scout. So hold on until we get to that.
Yeah, I don't mean Navy's a break by any means. It's just more of they've got some time. They haven't had any time to really rest. And what we've seen is kind of a starting five that's putting up lots of minutes. So they need the rest, and Maggie is always getting beat up and fouled a lot. So
we're going to need
to give her.
We're going to need the
rest.
Taylor Swift crowd to help keep these ladies riding high going into the Thanksgiving Day break, because this is a good team we're playing.
Okay, so Tuesday game, and then you get to go back Wednesday.
We're back Wednesday.
Host VMI with the men's team.
Yeah,
how'd that go?
Most complete performance out of our men yet. I mean, it was a dominating performance from opening tip till the closing whistle. We were better at every position than VMI, and it showed. And it's the kind of win that you expect a team that we would want to be getting better to put up against a team like VMI.
Yep.
And it's not to say that we're, I'm not calling anything like we're the greatest yet. We've played, 4 bad teams. We're 4-0. But I will say this. What happened against VMI gives me hope that the team is actually getting better and better, and we're stacking wins, as we talked about in an earlier episode. And I think the team appears to be buying into this win-first mentality, even if it means playing less minutes, because, man, we played 12 people double-digit minutes or something like that. No, 10 people. No, 12 people double-digit minutes. We had 12 people score in the game.
Yeah, congrats to Kirby Mooney with his
first bucket.
First basket.
And Will Harper's first basket, too.
Harper had a couple threes, I saw.
He did,
in the box
yeah.
score. Nice.
He looked good. So we had 50 points from the bench. We shot 50% from three. That was one of my questions for Coach Mooney after the game in the post-game press conference. I asked him if, he's had teams that are really good three-point shooters. This team so far through 3 games had not shot the three well. Yeah. And all of a sudden we go 50% from VMI. Was the result positive to be expected regression from a team that's probably a pretty good three-point shooting team? I mean, is that, and he said, I hope so.
Yeah, I know it's hard because I think last year we heard similar things of, hey, we're a good shooting team. It just hasn't shown up yet. And then it never showed up.
Right.
So it's good that the team got, and you could credit VMI. I was joking in my head, like seeing Mooney. I'm sure he would never do this, but in the press conference, do like the too small sign. Because VMI wasn't a very big team.
They weren't.
So it gives you more chances for three. But it's good to see our team have a nice shooting night.
I think I said we needed 20 points, 20 rebounds from the 5. Well, I mean, Walls and Beagle were well on their way, but I mean, even Rumaglu was a dominant 5 compared to the interior of VMI. Yeah. So it's like we had a really good night out of the 5.
I was looking at just stats and looking back on the season. So I think Walls, if my memory is correct, has 4 threes through 4 games. So he's below his 50 pace.
Okay.
Remember he said he was looking to get 53.
He only played 17 minutes. He was plus 25 actually in 17 minutes. I talked to the. I got a chance to ask the VMI, or I listened to the VMI's post-game press conference. He just said Richmond kicked our butt. He said they switched everything off every screen. They switched, and it's like we weren't prepared for that. And so we played a lot of one-on-one ball and dominating. And Coach Boykin or Boyton, I don't know, how do you pronounce that? I think Mooney said Boyton, but I thought it was Boykin. Anyway, he had the scout. I asked Mooney that too, and so congratulations to him for putting together, a great prep session to help these guys do what they did. It was a dominating performance. Can I give you a few advanced stats that are kind of fun?
Before you do that, you're giving me some grace here, Porter, because what you haven't told people is that I wasn't there and I gave my seats to 2 VMI fans.
I was I debated because
did they behave?
Because Handshake was such a nice guy. Yeah. I decided to not give you a lot of grief about it. I did tell Rob, who sits behind us, that I was like, how does Tom sell the seats or give the seats away to the opposing squad?
It's a buddy of mine and his kid. Kind of, I appreciated that someone got to use those seats.
Yeah,
and I just need to get that parking pass back.
They were very nice people, and I'm happy that they got a chance to see the game. I'm not sure it was the result they were hoping for, but it was a good game. And
okay, advanced stats. What do you got?
So Aiden Argerbright's top 20 in the nation in fouls drawn per 40 minutes. And if you watch him play, he is a master. If you come into contact with Aiden Argabright, he's going to snap that head back and let the referee know it. It's fantastic. He does what you should do when you're hit.
It's fantastic when that person's on your team.
Yes, I love it. I just absolutely love it. Mike Walls is top 20 in offensive rebound percentage. That is a trickier stat to explain, but I'll just say it this way. Offensive rebounding percentage is the percentage of possible offensive rebounds a player gets and computed as, has to do with the percent of minutes played versus the opportunities they have. So congrats to him. And then Beagle would be among the leaders in offensive rating in the country if overall offensive rating. So these are all stats are all according to KenPom. If he played 40% of the minutes, which he hasn't yet because nobody's really playing 40% of the minutes for the Spiders. So.
Now, you did, on my behalf, do a student count. Well, we had about 75, 76.
75, 76 was the rough number. I took a couple pictures for you. I was trying to, it's hard from where we sit to see who's behind the basket on the lower level, but it looked right. The ladies were also there at the game, sitting kind of over in their normal area on the opposite side of where the students sit. Happy to see that. And so just the team supporting each other. That's great to see.
Yeah. Well, good couple wins. The Spiders are undefeated in the Robins Center this year, which is nice.
Yeah.
Hopefully that lasts for a while. We do have some games this weekend. You ready to talk about the games this weekend?
Why don't you go first?
Okay, so we've got the men's have the Gardner-Webb running Bulldogs on Saturday at 7 p.m. It's a team from North Carolina.
Can Bulldogs really run? They don't really.
And it's
look
running.
fast.
It's running. There's like an apostrophe
running,
at the end.
Running.
Yeah, okay,
gotcha.
please stop. I've talked about this Bardovic ranking, so I like using that. So if you go through their season so far, they're 0-5. They're ranked 362. Okay.
I'm sorry. I'm not laughing at you. I'm laughing with you.
Yeah. So let's first.
For comparison, how many teams are there in Division One?
Not many more than that.
Let me look that up while you're saying.
Okay, so they're 0-5, but they have 4 games with Division One and 1 with Division Two. Before I get to that,
365.
Okay,
365.
Okay. So they've played a hard schedule. So they're tested. They got whooped at Minnesota. They got whooped at Clemson. They got whooped at DePaul. But those are all top 100 teams.
Sounds like they're tested at getting whooped.
And then they had a tighter game, but they lost at Elon. Elon's not, I think they're 260.
Okay.
But, they've been playing on the road. They had one home game that they lost to Division II North Greenville.
The powerful North Greenville squad. Yeah.
So they have not been great. Now, I'm trying to give them some credit. So they had 11 new players this year. So they have a whole new team, kind of 2 returners that do contribute, but 11 new players. They're, if you look at their stats, they are allowing 93 points per game.
Okay.
And they're scoring 69 per game. I mean, obviously they're losing, so you expect a deficit, but their defense is their problem. They can't stop people.
They've got some size. Just looking at them, 6'1", 6'2", 6'4", 6'7", 6'9" is the starting lineup. That's not terrible.
Yeah.
It's better than VMI, actually.
So they've got a bunch of transfers. Jacob Hogwarth from Iona, or Hogarth. I say Hogwarth.
Hogwarts?
He's not from Hogwarts.
He came from the Hogwarts,
but
Hogwarts school?
He's 6'9". He's going to be a big body inside. They do have a couple other big bodies inside, so I think they won't look like a 362 team when we size them up, let's say for the jump. I suspect they'll look like that later. They do have an interesting freshman who was redshirt. It was an Alabama recruit.
Okay.
Was redshirted his freshman year and then transferred, but he was like a top high school player. You don't get to Alabama without being a top high school player. So he's a kid named Sims. He plays, I think, off the bench. But again, the coach is trying to build a new team. That's going to take time. Maybe when they get to their conference, they'll have been well tested and be ready for who they're playing in conference. But they are not very good. So this is a game that should be very similar to the VMI game, where everyone's playing on our team, 10 to 15 minutes. We're scoring lots of points, similar to the VMI game. It should be an entertaining game because the point scoring is fun. And I hope you didn't drink all the Falcon Smash on Wednesday. So
I didn't actually have
other
one
ways to enjoy the game. But
I did hit a crumble cookie on Wednesday, by the way, which is a nice little add-in to have that at the game.
But yeah, so this is a game that should hopefully wrap up this 5-0 streak before the team goes on their Thanksgiving trip to Florida. But we shouldn't see much running by the Bulldogs.
Yeah. Ken Palm has them slightly higher at 343 out of 365.
Oh, wow.
So a little bit better, but not enough to say that they're going to threaten the Spiders, the mighty Spiders in the Robins Center. I mean, like I said, we got to keep stacking wins, but we got to keep stacking wins convincingly like we did against VMI. Yeah. And if we keep doing that, by the way, our Ken Palm came up big time after that win. So he now has his 105 up from 119. So those are the efficiency numbers improve when you have a dominating win like you did against VMI, and that improves the net, which improves your chances for an at-large. So let's keep that rolling.
And so that's Saturday night, and then Sunday during the day, the women host Navy.
Yes, there's a Taylor Swift.
Taylor Swift
Appreciation Day or something like that. Let's hope that brings up the crowd, because Navy is not going to be a pushover. In the year of the brutal schedule for the ladies, it continues. Navy's picked as the preseason Patriot Conference favorite. They are 4-0. They beat Florida. Florida's pretty good. They're ranked 107. The ladies are Navy ladies in Bartorvik, I think it is. And Zanai Barnett-Gay, I'm not sure if that's how you pronounce it, but that is the player that you got to worry about. She's the preseason player of the year in the Patriot. They actually do a preseason player of the year, and she's done nothing but look like she's the best player in that conference through 4 games.
I'm sure you didn't look this up, but I'm betting their preseason teams have 5 on each.
I didn't look up the whole Patriot awards, but I just was quickly doing a scout on Navy for our listeners. They're coming off a win against Ryder. They beat Florida, as I mentioned. Gay went for 23 points and 10 rebounds against Ryder, and 22-8 versus Florida. 22 points, 8 rebounds.
Guard?
She's a 5'8" guard. Okay. They also have 2 other players, Almeida and Misuch, who had good games versus Florida. They are one of the top teams in the country at 3-point defense, so they actually prevent teams from putting in the 3, which is one of our strengths, so that'll be interesting to watch. And they feature a 6'4" center from Richmond, Virginia, named Kate Sampson, who went to the St. Gertrude, who is a quality player who got hurt last year. She played 24 minutes against Florida, grabbed 7 rebounds. So welcome back to the RVA, Kate. But it's going to be a good game. This is not a game that's going to be, a 30-point blowout. Navy's a good team, and it's going to take the fans showing up on Sunday to help us win this game.
So kind of leaking a little bit of what we got coming up, but we are going to do something a little different this Sunday, podcast-wise. Like, we're going to be releasing this one will be coming out on Friday, but then we've got these games this weekend to talk about in our Monday release, and we are going to attempt to record at the Robins Center after the game. So hopefully we're able to, maybe talk to a coach, talk to some players, or if anything, just talk to ourselves, but it'll be in the Robins Center following the Navy game. And while we're doing that, you can be, I think, on the court. They're going to be doing get your Taylor Swift bracelet put together. Oh. I think the players will be out there kind of socializing with the fans, probably signing lots of autographs. So I think Taylor Swift night. I don't. My daughter probably has a Taylor Swift T-shirt somewhere at home. She's in college now.
Are you wearing it?
Maybe if I can find one, I may just put one on.
I love it. I love that.
Because it's going to feel like a perfect night to dress up like hipsters.
Yeah, that would be cool. I would love to see you in that. And can I real quickly put a plug in for the University of Richmond's graduation rate for athletes? We just got this yesterday.
Yeah, there's some other news going on.
Yeah,
let's wrap up with that.
Spiders placed top 10 nationally in graduation success rate. So congratulations. I mean, getting prepared for life is a hallmark of the University of Richmond.
98%?
Yeah, so it's well above the national averages. So congrats to the whole athletic department for that.
Well, let's also, you can compare it to other things too. The host of this podcast have 100% graduation rate.
We do. We are 100% graduated from the University of Richmond.
Yes.
And, I would say we're doing our best to try to help University of Richmond sustain its excellence in athletics.
Hey, one other piece of news I want to wrap up with. Maybe you all saw this. Maybe it's old news, but the A10 commissioner announced her retirement after this season.
I saw that.
Bernadette McGlade, who's been the commissioner for almost 20 years. This will be her last season, so congratulations to her on her retirement. That also means we're going to have a new commissioner. coming in sometime. I'm guessing they'll try to announce it this spring.
You're not telling me I need to look for a new podcast partner.
Well,
are you going for it?
I think we should do co-commissioners.
I mean, wow, I hadn't thought of that.
I mean, they are. It's something that the A10 has been a solid conference. 18 years is a long time. There's been a lot of change. There's been a bunch of teams brought in. There's only so much you can do to keep the teams in that want to advance to a bigger league. So there's probably a lot of what she's been able to do is make sure this conference has just stayed around with 12 plus teams without changing the name from the Atlantic 10. But I do think some new blood will be great. We'll kind of see where the conference goes as you get kind of a new commissioner in or new co-commissioners, maybe with some kind of new ideas.
Yeah, thanks to Bernadette. I mean, the basketball league, I think this year feels like we're a little bit on the comeback trail. I mean, we're not there yet where we have 3 or 4 teams looking like at-large contenders for the NCAA, but we have an average conference rating that's much higher than last year. So I think the quality from one to the end of the conference is better than it's been in a few years. So that's good.
Yeah, so big games this weekend, Taylor Swift night or Taylor Swift day on Sunday against Navy.
Do you have a little Taylor Swift song to send us off into the ethosphere?
I am not going to sing any Taylor Swift, but I've used a couple lines in this podcast for those Taylor Swift fans looking for Easter eggs.
I love it.
So anyway, until next time, thank you for joining. This is Tom.
And this is Porter.
And this is Spiders sounding off.
See ya.